Good evening, Richmond County. Welcome to your Tuesday edition of Live at 5. I'm Charlie Melvin. Tonight we're being joined with Richmond Senior High School Principal Jim Butler.
Good to be here.
Thank you. We have a few questions for you involving, the school year is going to be a little bit different this year because of COVID-19. Of course, next week's the opening of school year. Tomorrow they have the orientation, right? Wednesday. So what will this open house look like this year?
Well, typically for Richmond Senior High School, it's a big day. Open house goes on to usually 8 o'clock at night, and everyone gets the opportunity to see their classroom, meet their teachers, kind of get a feel for what the school year is. It's really important sometimes for sophomores to have that first experience and have a chance to kind of get acclimated. But with the virus, things are going to be very different. We're going to space out our orientation in lieu of an open house over 3 days. Okay. So starting tomorrow, it'll be Wednesday. We'll have from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock, 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and then from 1 to 4, we'll have sophomores. On Thursday, we have the seniors during the same time, and on Friday, we have juniors. And the reason we flip-flopped them is that the seniors will have a chance to meet with Jostens about their senior packets. But orientation instead of open house is going to be a chance for them to get important paperwork, turn in their paperwork, receive their laptops, make sure they work, and get themselves ready for remote learning.
Okay. So if they do not get a laptop at open house, or orientation rather, what do they do?
If they contact the school, if anyone's not able to make it to open house and they have to turn in their paperwork or get their laptop, if they'll contact the school and speak to Shanda Robertson, who's our media specialist, she will work it out and make sure that they have what they need. There will be times next week. We hope everybody will come now because we want them to be ready for the first day of school on Monday, but we will continue to be passing out laptops. We just don't want students to get behind.
Okay. And so one thing, if the computers break, what do they do? If there's a malfunction, who do they contact? Is there a situation for, ready for that event?
The first thing they would do would be to notify their teacher through their email if they can. If that's not available because of their problems with their laptop, they can call the school and we will handle the issues either remotely with our IT department, or if necessary, we can have them bring it to the school or bring it to the annex. We'll be putting out some information about that specifically. We don't anticipate a lot of problems, but technology being technology, it's always an issue. But hopefully we'll be able to resolve them remotely. But if not, they'll be able to bring the device either to Richmond or to our maintenance or our tech department to get it handled.
Okay. Well, so another question that's probably on the minds of a lot of the students and the parents is how is this 2020 semester going to be different than the March, April, May, June of last year?
Well, this will be my 31st school opening, and this will be completely different. Obviously, I don't know how many times in my career I've said I've seen everything and find out that I've been made completely wrong because something else happened, but this one certainly is completely different. It's going to be remote. Right now we should be getting ready for students to be in the hallways. We should be decorating classrooms and putting up bulletin boards and getting our signage ready and those exciting moments. And it's going to be very quiet, because we're going to do remote learning, and we have a new schedule set up, and that schedule will be in their packet with their times where they log on, but it's just not the same. Kids need to be in school. I get that, but we also want them to be safe. And so putting those two together, this is the plan we've come up with, but I'd never imagined seeing a day where I'm talking to my students through a screen as opposed to having them right there with me in class. So it's going to be a very different look. It's going to be certainly much quieter in the hallways at Richmond Senior High School and at lunch, but we're going to make it work. That's what we talked about. Raider Magic is trying to find a way to make it work, and we're going to make it work either way.
Okay. So, of course, the students will have to be involved somehow virtually, so they'll have to be in their homes looking at a screen. How will the community be made aware that this time is set aside, just like always, for the school hours?
Right. We're going to provide that schedule, and we'll put that on our website. There are very specific first, second, third, and fourth block times. Where typically in the past we might have left a lunch, like A, B, or C lunch, we do have a lunch block for students to have a chance to go to lunch. But there will be specific times. Every student is expected to go online and be live in their class. They may not be in their class the entire 80-minute class period. They may be in there at the first part and then work on things offline. But every day, teachers will log on through either Microsoft Teams or Zoom, and they will meet with their class live, online every day. So that's how you get counted present.
Okay.
That you're counted present when you are live in class. And so we look forward to having those logins. All that information about how to log into each class will be in their folders that they'll receive at orientation.
Okay. Will students be able to meet their teachers or counselors face to face at any point during the school year?
Yeah, what we plan on doing is, we don't think that this is the best situation for education. Kids need some hand-to-hand, hands-on education. And if students get behind or they need that time, they can schedule that time. Richmond Senior is not in a Plan C. Richmond County Schools are in Plan B. But due to transportation and other issues, Richmond Senior is having to be remote. But we're going to make sure that there are times, if they work with their counselor, they can schedule times, or with their teacher. There will be times if students need help or need assistance, they can schedule some more face-to-face small group. I mean, we'll use social distancing and mask, but we certainly are going to make teachers available for kids if they need to meet with their teacher outside of just the remote learning, because we know that's going to be necessary for some. So we will definitely have that available.
Okay. What happens if a student becomes ill? Are they going to need a doctor's note to say, I can't make it to the computer today, or?
We're going to handle the attendance policy the same way we always do. There'll be I say always do. It'll be different because it's remote, certainly, but they can turn in those doctor's notes if they're not able to log in. Same thing, they need to talk to someone if they're having a technical problem, but we'll handle attendance policy the exact same way. One good thing about the remote learning is the classes are going to be taped. So if a student does have to miss, they will be able to access that class. And because it'll be taped, they'll be able to go back. And then that would be good for a student whether they were absent or not. It's a good review tool. They can go back and watch that class again if they want to. So they basically will handle attendance the same way we've always done it. If you're out and you provide a note, you'll be expected to make the work up. There's a certain number of days you're allowed to miss, before there's any kind of problem. But we're basically going to handle attendance just like you're in class. You're just going to be online.
Well, one last question for you. It's about school uniform policy. Will that be enforced? Will it just be from the waist up, or how are they going to?
It's amazing. I've been asked this question a lot. We're not going to worry about the uniform policy too much. I found out last year as I was meeting with the Senate a few times that they can make the background be all kind of things. I was meeting with kids that looked like they were in Paris or some desert island. So I have no idea. They can make it look like whatever they want to make it look like. As long as they're there and they're ready to go and they're, fully participating, we're not going to worry too much about online uniforms. I think we'll be fine.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, and wish you good luck in the upcoming school year.
Absolutely. And we're excited about it. It's going to be different, but we're ready to go.
Let's go to Russell Parker for your Live at 5 weather report.
Thanks, Charlie. Your Live at 5 weather report is brought to you by Sunset Sludge, Richmond County, located here in downtown Rockingham. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday afternoon / evening today here in Richmond County. It's been looking really, really nice. Can't complain about the weather at all. As of this moment, it's looking really, really good. Tonight, looking even better. We've got 7 o'clock with 83 degrees, 9 o'clock, 78 degrees. Partly cloudy skies all evening. It's looking really, really nice. We've got sunset at 8:11 p.m. with a waning gibbous moon phase out tonight. Once again, looking really, really nice for the weather. But looking at tomorrow, though, the rain might still be on the way. We still got a roughly 50 to 70% chance of showers across the Sandhills, depending on where you are. Increased percentages around the Sandhills region. But good news is that temperatures are not hitting the 90s just yet. Really high 80s still, but nonetheless, still below that 90 threshold. Fayetteville, high of 88, low of 73. Hope County will be seeing a high of 87, a low of 73. Down in Robeson County, will be a high of 89, a low of 75. Over in Scotland County, high of 86 and a low of 74. Excuse me, high of 88 and a low of 74. Up in Moore County, it'll be a high of 87, a low of 72. Getting back here in Richmond County, Ellerbe, high of 88, low of 71. Rockingham and Hamlet, high of 83, low of 71. Down in Bennettsville, it'll be a high of 88 and a low of 73. Across the PD in Wadesboro, it'll be a high of 88 and a low of 72. Now getting into the 7-day forecast, it is going to be very, very warm tomorrow still. Again, talking about that, a 50% chance of showers. We have high 88 and a low at 72. And then on Thursday, well, you can see across the board, we got a lot of rain coming up. You can see it coming across the board here. We got a trio of 70s on the way for Thursday, high of 84, low of 70 with that 7% chance. On Friday, that 70% chance continues on with a high of 83 and a low of 71. And then on Saturday, high of 83 and a low of 71 again with a 70% chance of showers. Looking at Sunday, high of 82, low of 69 with a 50% chance, dropping back down. Monday, though, will be a high of 83 and a low of 70 with a 40% chance of showers in the afternoon, but rain is pretty much guaranteed that evening. And then on Tuesday, that continues on into that day, pretty much all day long, high of 83, low of 69. So we've got a lot of rain on the way, especially very soon. We have a 70% chance showers popping up here, and then definitely at the beginning of next work week we'll be seeing a lot of rain on the way. But that is going to do it for your Lot 5 weather report. When we return, we've got Troy Melvin coming back here with your news report coming up after the break, so stay tuned.
Locally owned and operated, One Stop Vape Shop is a place you'll want to check out. Whether you need vape supplies, signs, business cards, decals, or your chakras aligned, we have you covered. Our in-house print shop has quick turnaround time and is open 7 days a week. We offer a wide range of products including stones, herbs, pendants, CBD, kratom, and more. Visit us at 939 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice, peace, comfort, dignity.
JC's in Rockingham has you covered for used appliances, parts, trailers, and storage. We have one of the largest selections of reconditioned washers, dryers, and refrigerators in the Sand Hills, and we offer free delivery to residents inside Richmond County. Come check out our variety of trailers for any hauling job and our storage buildings for the things you need out of the weather or house. We also carry parts and accessories for appliances, trailers, truck beds, and can order the things you need. That's JC's on South Hancock Street in Rockingham.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
Do you want a healthcare career? Certified medical assistants are multi-skilled healthcare professionals capable of completing administrative and clerical tasks, making them a valuable member of the healthcare team at medical clinics, doctors' offices, and other healthcare facilities. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the employment of medical assistants is projected to grow 23% over the next 8 years, much faster than the national average. At Richmond Community College, our medical assisting students are trained in our cutting-edge Simulation Learning Center, giving them hands-on experience with high-fidelity mannequins that simulate real-life patient interaction. In addition to clinical skills, our students also receive instruction in scheduling appointments, coding, processing insurance accounts, billing, collections, and medical transcription. Complete the medical assisting program in just 2 years and start your lifelong career today. Visit www.richmondcc.edu to learn more about enrolling in the medical assisting program at Richmond Community College or call 910-410-1700.
She gets her soccer skills from her mom, her sense of humor from her dad, and her drugs from her home medicine cabinet. Over half of misused medication comes from family and friends. Talk to your children about the dangers of prescription drug misuse. Secure your medication, Take regular inventory to ensure nothing is missing, and properly dispose of expired or unused medication. Be aware. Don't share. Lock your meds.
Richmond County's number of active COVID-19 cases has dropped below 65 for the first time in more than a month. According to Richmond County Health Department's update Monday, there were 63 active coronavirus cases. County health officials say 447 residents who have tested positive have now recovered. The last time the number of active cases was this low was June 24th when there were 60 cases. The number of active cases only dropped below 100 once between July 11th and August 6th, reaching a high of 138 on July 27th. The number of total cases is now up to 521, breaking the 500 mark on August 5th. There were 9 new cases reported on Monday, 30 new cases reported last week, making for a total of 41 so far for August. There were 76 new coronavirus cases during the first 10 days of July and 196 for the entire month. According to the Health Department, 5,565 tests have returned a negative result, meaning the positive cases make up 8.4% of those tested. The number of new lab-confirmed cases statewide dropped dramatically on Monday to only 626, the lowest one day since June 2nd, which had the same number, according to the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. So far, 136,000 North Carolinians have tested positive since the state's first 4 cases were reported on March 12th. State health officials reported 2,172 deaths have been attributed to COVID-19, including 9 in Richmond County, for a statewide fatality rate of 1.4% of those infected. A homeless man is accused of molesting 2 children and suspected of giving one of them sexually transmitted infection. 47-year-old William Short is alleged of having engaged intercourse with and a sexual act with one child and lewd act upon the body of another child, according to warrants taken out by the Hamlet Police Department. Both children are under age of 16, according to the warrants. The case was reported to police on June 14th, and reported events are said to occur between May 14th and June 14th. According to court documents, Short threatened to hurt and kill the alleged victims if anyone was told about what happened. The application for the search warrant gives detailed statements from the alleged victims about the reported abuse. He was arrested August 5th and charged with 2 felony counts of taking indecent liberties with a child and 1 felony count of each of statutory rape of a child by an adult and statutory sex offense with a child by an adult. Short was booked into the Richmond County Jail under a $150,000 secure bond. He was also ordered not to have any contact with the alleged victims. According to a press release, North Carolina voters have so far submitted 163,000 requests for absentee by mail ballots for the 2020 general election, more than 7 times as many as 2016. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, North Carolina election officials are preparing for a significant increase in ballots cast by mail in 2020. The State Board of Elections and County Board of Elections across North Carolina are getting many questions about the absentee voting process. To help voters understand the process, the State Board is releasing a frequently asked questions list about voting by mail in North Carolina in 2020. The FAQ goes over how to request, complete, and return a mail-in ballot, as well as to answer questions about security of the ballot. For the full FAQ, visit richmondobserver.com. Richmond Community College's class of 2020 finally got its long-anticipated graduation this week. The college kicked off multiple ceremonies over the course of 3 days to give graduates the celebration and recognition they deserve for completing their programs of study during the extremely difficult year. Richmond CC had more than 300 students complete degrees, diplomas, or certificates this spring or summer semester. Nearly 200 of those students chose to attend one of the graduation ceremonies at the Cole Auditorium. After being closed for 2 months this spring, the college opened its doors back up in May and immediately started working on a plan for students to fully complete technical programs that require face-to-face interaction with students and hands-on lab work. For a list of graduates, check out Richmond CC's press release on richmondobserver.com. And that's going to do it for tonight's edition of Live at 5. For the latest news, sports, and events happening in Richmond County, you can always visit richmondobserver.com or download the free RO app for your mobile devices. For the Live at 5 crew, I'm Charlie Melvin. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Richmond County.